different part of one of their passions. And so it's been great to see. And it looks like we're already ready to get into game. And so let's go ahead and launch into World's Edge. Who are we joining first here? It looks like we are on board with Nicewig, who is playing, of course, with the Sentinel boys in Retzi and Zombs. So no Senox here for them, but this trio is absolutely scary, as we already see Nicewig over here has 2 kills already to their name, and they found another team. There's the first knock. He's gone.
Yeah, a great start here for them. Something that we didn't mention is it is going to be on World's Edge. As you would assume, nobody wants to sit in these high-ranked lobbies and try and get all the kills. That's going to be quite impossible. As now they find another squad, and I mean, 16 squads left, and they've taken care of 2 of them.
Yeah, so I do really agree with the pickup of Lifeline here. Generally, of course, you do have the 2 very fast, highly mobile characters in the Wraith and the Pathfinder, but the nice thing about the Lifeline here is that, like, after these fights, you're able to quickly reset, right? You drop down the drone, and then everyone just shield cells and batteries up or whatever, and by that time, you're basically, your health is already full, and you're ready to take the next fight, and you keep moving on. So even though she herself isn't a mobile character, she enables faster rotations and faster movement.
Yeah, and that's the name of the game here for today's race, because you do want to just keep finding these consistent fights, and we're seeing now they get into another fight, and teammates are already cracked. They find another kill for their squad, or another squad, rather, and just like you said, they're going to be able to heal up, top off nicely, and then just move on to the next one.
Yeah, we see that Nicewig has 3, but I imagine at this point, like...
Yeah, Zombs just popped up as the kill leader with 5.
Okay.
So 8 already with 13 squads left. We kind of talked about briefly, the players can leave the lobbies whenever they want. So I'm interested to see if people are going to actually use that to their advantage. Maybe drop in somewhere super hot, try and pick up as many kills as you can. If you manage to play X amount of games throughout the tournament, only the top 5 are going to count. So now you also have that kind of weighing on your shoulders. You know, do we want to leave or do we ride it out?
Yeah, these first 2 hours, basically, of play is about setting the pace and figuring out what you want to do for the second half. As we swap on over now, we're on board with Imperial Hal, the 5-time, with the back-to-back-to-back-to-back. And, of course, as soon as we turn in, I've got no light ammo. But, honestly, yeah, with the backpack changes, with how the stacks changes, it's become so difficult. I love seeing this. Albralelie is actually on Revenant, and Hal's the one picking up the Pathfinder here. Pushing forward, but he's already sent back to the Death Totem. Good damage coming across. Now they're going to go ahead and push forward. Now Hal has to remember that he's on 1 HP, so he's really only at 101. He's going to go ahead and pop that med kit now, and they are out of range of that Death Totem. But Hal's already used his.
Yeah, they're continuing to trade with this team. They do find a knock there on the enemy Pathfinder. He's just going to leave that one to the teammate there as they run him down now. So rezzing inside the bubble. Hal's just going to be able to pick this one off as soon as they get back up here. Jumps in with the Peacekeeper. Not able to find anything just yet. Does peek him on the side of the rock. Cracks the armor. But he's all alone over here. He has to be careful. He does get the elimination there.
Easy.
So a nice pickup. And he now 6 kills. Not even the kill leader. I would imagine that goes over to one of the teammates. But, I mean, they're just riding the momentum here.
Yeah, they've got 11 players left in this lobby, and basically this is how a lot of the public games, the ranked, or the normal games play out, right? Before the first circle even closes, it's generally down to, like, 20 players. This is still a little bit fast, I would say, in terms, but yeah.
Yeah, this lobby, and, I mean, everybody started at 12, roughly, or 12 Pacific Standard Time. And we're seeing just the 2 spectrums here. 3 squads left here where we were just with Nicewig, who had 13, maybe 14 squads left in his game. So, yeah, this is a quick one. And I would imagine these guys have the majority of the kills with how aggressive they are playing.
Yeah, it's 6 on Hal. Don't know quite how many are on Reps or Albralelie.
This is going to be like one of our good games, honestly.
Okay, fine. Next game, I'm going to drop separate.
Yeah, jumping deeper in the circle and hunting here.
So we just heard from Albralelie that next game that they're going to go ahead and split, and I do prefer that.
Like, but not drop
together and then
split.
Drop together.
Yeah, I mean, sure. When you're in these public lobbies and you've got players of this caliber, why not?
Yeah. I mean, Hal said it, like, this is probably going to be one of our good games because they had, it looks like a really good drop there, but they need more. right? And they want to continue to set the pace and like make sure that they have a really good game. It's becoming harder and harder, especially here on World's Edge, where it's such a large map and so spread out, to be able to, I guess, pump stop like you would if we were on Kings Canyon. Kings Canyon would be much easier for you to rotate from fight to fight to fight because everything's so close together.
Pathfinder cracked.
Yeah, it might be in another fight here. Look for some. Oh, they do find one, and that's just going to be a clean elimination there as Reps was actually pushed ahead of the team there, spotted out that squad, but wipe them up with ease, and 2 squads left, so I would imagine this just means a couple more kills for these guys.
I mean, already you're kind of like cowering in your boots, right? Like if you're in this lobby and then you see T5M in there. Oh.
Okay, not great.
But
not great.
He doesn't need it, right?
Style points.
It was just silent a little bit. But yeah, if I'm already in this lobby, I know that TSM's like
No, you
eventually
can
gonna
leave
find
these
me.
Right.
people
Like I'm already cowering there.
It literally
Yeah,
says
we just left
teams
earlier.
are allowed to leave games early. Right
Yes,
here.
you are.
Perfect. We
Yes,
love it.
you are,
Doing
Hal.
our job for us, Hal. We like that.
Leaks. Okay, but
Oh,
anyhow.
I thought you were asking. If
No,
we could
some
leave.
guy in my chat said that you can't.
Yeah. He just needs to go ahead and, yeah, they just need to close this out, right? Remember, we are under a time limit here. It's 4 hours total. We have 3 hours and 42 minutes left now.
It's like,
And this is the downtime that you don't want to see. Like when you're just trying to finish out a game, you're just trying to find that last squad. But they could honestly just
Like,
leave
he
with
doesn't-
this.
he
They've
doesn't
already got
have
7
the rules,
kills.
and he was telling
But
what the rules
honestly, it's about setting that pace, having the really good high kill games.
Yeah, and if you're not paying attention to the other
Where are
teams,
they at?
you don't want to overstay in games where you're not getting these kills, but then you also don't want to give up on kills. So
Yeah.
they're just gonna.
Hal, what are you doing? That's your light ammo. You can't. I can't tell how much light ammo he actually has because we have that timer over.
Right.
So I don't really know.
Like a peak or a Kraber,
But I mean, it's
yeah.
one team left.
Yeah,
So
you shot at the same time.
No
for
big
me, so
worries.
I don't know. But
Yeah, this
My
is
harvest over here, shit.
unfortunate after having a quick couple of wipes there, moving from town to town, and now they're just forced to kind of.
people playing for the zone. And
Yeah,
the
I don't know. It's a public lobby, guys. Let's go. Let's frag out, huh?
yeah, I was hoping that, like,
Definitely
you know,
They're camping edge somewhere.
when they announced that we'd be moving over to Kings Canyon
they are,
for
they're
the
hiding in a
second
fucking
half
building
of
zone.
the season
Yeah,
that's
split,
what I mean.
then we'd
They're
also have
walking
Kings Canyon in
Good check.
the regular rotation. But yeah, because I think everyone would much prefer to play Kings Canyon, especially for a kill race tournament.
There's nothing on
Yeah,
the
I've
edge.
heard some gripes just about the amount of loot. There's not enough on
Yeah.
Kings Canyon, but I mean, you grab a shotgun, you grab a peacekeeper, you grab a wingman, and
No
you
way
know
right
you're
now.
doing all right in the
I'm down to back
public
out, bro.
lobbies there. But
See,
a
that's what I was
waste of
saying.
time.
Yeah.
They could have backed out like 3 minutes ago. Yeah, the amount of
What happens when you
loot,
don't
there's
have the
definitely
land?
much
They
less
just
loot. I think also
sitting
with like the
somewhere.
loot table with the addition of
Hiding.
the Evo shields has really affected the spawn rates for a lot of weapons.
Back out.
But also
Give it
with
7 win.
we're changing back, right? So instead of the cargo bots now, we have the dragons once again, the
Right.
flyers.
With the
And it's a
zero
completely
win.
different mechanic. They're
Like
random
rotation.
whether or not they spawn as whatever color box.
I don't.
Beforehand,
You
with
might. I don't.
with the cargo bots, you're able to
I don't
control
like
it.
basic
And
either, but
9 times out of 10, you're going to make sure that it's going to be the gold, right?
Right.
Unless you accidentally misfire and hit it on blue. And
got-
so, like,
I
the
got
mechanics
pushy.
itself on World's Edge made it a lot more consistent in the terms of, like, kind of loot you wanted. So being able to pick up a gold backpack, gold helmet, gold
I think
gold
it's a
armor
solo.
was much
I don't even think
easier
it's a solo, bro.
beforehand.
right, so yeah, it just kind of adds a consistent. Oh, they actually
No.
find the team here now. Train yard.
They're up
Of
top,
course,
no way.
of course.
Are they
The
actually
last
sitting
thing
in
you
the
want to
same
see right now,
Wait,
you're trying to close out the lobby, and you got these kids camping on top of the train yard right now.
And so down comes the Bang ultimate to kind of slow them down here. But I would imagine these guys clean it up nice and easy. As
91.
Hal getting one down, doesn't crack the armor just yet. Spraying him down. There's the crack. There's 38 on Flesh, and he's forced to jump away. There's the Peacekeeper right on his
Sending a
heels. And
silence your way, Kobe.
it's only Hal and Reps here for now as they're waiting for their
Fell a little
third to
short.
bring up the rear.
There we go. They've already got one.
They finished one. Yeah, I didn't see how many it was. We know a Bang for sure. Oh, now find another one. There's an extra knock. So I mean, hey, if you're TSM, you're glad that you didn't leave that one because you just got a couple extra kills.
Yeah, but they also, I mean, this is the first game, right? They want to set the paces, but like if this was later on, if this was like 2 hours from now, they're definitely leaving.
Right,
They're
absolutely.
definitely leaving because do you really want to spend 5 minutes for an extra 2 kills?
2 people leave and let the last guy. Like,
Yeah,
finish the
especially
game.
if they've got their next plan to be, hey, let's jump into the next one, we'll
Yeah.
split up, and then just frag out as many as we can right off the rip. So I think that's a pretty good way to go about
So
it.
yeah, we had at least 15 between Hal and Albralelie. Don't know how many reps had. On board now with Seagulls, who's playing with Rocker.
We're seeing the same kind of setup here. This one doesn't have the Revenant, but the Wraith Pathfinder and Lifeline. And yeah, they've all got the same idea. Hey, grab that Lifeline, let's heal up nice and quick after each fight and move on to the next one. 8 kills here on Seagulls
Yeah,
in
Seagulls
this one
nuts.
with 7 squads left.
And also, yeah, take a look at the difference in the pace, right? So by the time the first circle was closing and it finished closing, there was like 5 players left in TSM's lobby. Taking a look at Seagulls right now, they've got 8 kills on Seagull himself. It's the second zone. There's 7 squads left. Like it's a different pace, completely different pace right now. It's a little bit slower in terms of like the lobby dying out than it was for TSM.
Right. And a lot of that, I think, too, is like the RNG and where these random players are going to land.
Yeah.
That's going to be so tough because, I mean, that can really make or break your round if you land in basically a barren wasteland. So you almost probably want to follow these guys down and hope you can comp some loot for yourself.
I kind of want to see a team just go like full ham and just go like play 4 corners or something, and just like go for a complete split, taking different hot zones and then seeing what happens. I think it's worth the effort, at least like 1 round just to try it, right?
Yeah, I mean,
See how many kills you can get at like a POI by yourself.
and then, I mean, you do that a couple times, you're only wasting a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
And then eventually you have everybody frag out and then meet up in the middle for, wiping the rest of the server. So yeah, it could be a good strategy.
Is it all the way back train? It's back
6
train,
squads
it's back
left,
train.
so they're missing some of the kills.
Okay. There's 10 people left in the game.
Yeah, they're calling it. Quick maths, 10 people left in the game. But depending on how many kills that Dummy and Rocker have right now, there's an opportunity for them to get a really high-scoring game. Remember, there's at least 15 for TSM's first game. Again, it's just about how many reps had.
I'm cutting right, Tim. I want to see if I can find him. Hope they're not up top.
Every time someone runs through train, hopefully they're not up top. Yeah.
Yeah, so they are going to peek it just to make sure. You'd hate to leave those guys.
They hear him,
yes,
Octane
they
in his
are, the
face.
Octane.
I dropped. They're
They have
dropping
to
on me.
fall back. Oh.
The Octane follows and gets knocked immediately. Seagull just shreds him there.
Looking for less.
Now there's the Wraith, but that's going to be the easy spray down for him. Wow, nice equipment to boot, too.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup. Just slays those 2, that squad of 2. And, I mean, as we've said, that 3 squads already down just like that. And this is like the kind of race that would get me sweating, where if I'm not getting these kills, I'm freaking.
Yeah, I think they might have seen someone ballooning in front of them. They're moving over towards Mirage Voyage, and there it is. Yeah, it's Rocker who's taking the front line here. Got shot up.
Yeah, they did.
But Jibby ulti coming out now. Seagull's going to go ahead and try and come out from the
I might
right-hand
just fly
side here.
slow on right side. I don't have any mobility.
Yeah, we're gonna be a little late.
Cracked one, 100.
You okay down? Okay.
I'm good.
Okay, so split
I think we
up
can push this
here
zone.
as
It's only second
Rocker's
break.
going to try and heal up. Now in the
We get the
zone,
flank.
should be ticking down, but definitely survivable.
Yeah.
On the ground.
Yeah, he's got gold armor. He can heal whatever. He's got the drone. They just need to get these kills. That's the most important part. Here we go, Dummy. Getting lit up just a little bit. Armor almost cracked on him. But it's going to be Seagull now taking the brunt of that damage. Doesn't matter. The R9 spray down so good. Dummy does fall here for now, but I believe there's a golden, Guardian Angel backpack on Seagull. So it can bring him right back up at basically full HP.
Kill each other.
I'll drop you a bat.
Yeah, 12 kills now. The kill leader on Seagull
Thank you.
as he picks up his teammate. The Jibby bubble came out, but just a little too late there to save the Wraith, unfortunately.
Does that have, like, no attachments?
3 squads left.
There's
The
a
circle
defense
definitely
backpack,
smaller, so that's going to be
I'm just shooting.
into their favor. Smaller than the TSM circle,
Yeah.
that is. So that'll be in their favor as they're looking to pick it up. And
1v if we
I
have a
love this
team,
strategy of let's
I
just
wouldn't be
spray
surprised
and
if we have a team that
try
comes
and
from
bait them into the
thermal.
third party.
It definitely works better when there's another squad there, but TSM was just like doing it like when there's only one squad left, right? But also just trying to give away their information or like give away their position. But when you do have another team here, it's a little bit easier to bait and be like, oh, maybe we're fighting, you know, you should run over here.
Right.
And I guess it works because they found someone over here
I'm coming up soon.
at that choke towards thermal station right now. Dummy in front, Seagull getting hit by that. Arcstar is going to be slowed down just a little bit, but he does have that gold heal, so he's going to go ahead and continue to push forward through this Bangalore smoke
right
now, and here comes the ultimate, but they're way past it. Good job getting that easy spray onto Champagne Beep, and it's just Pathfinder now right in front of him.
You can take him.
He's shredding here with the R99. Finds another knock. One member alive, but I'm pretty sure sitting around just about half HP. So this should be an easy pickup here. All flesh has 15 kills now in the pocket for Seagulls, and I mean that's not even, that's topping
I know,
2
he actually hit
TSM
that.
members.
That
Yeah, right now the dummy kind of playing the firing range dummy at this point, taking everyone's aggro and going down twice. Oh, he's going to bleed out real quick for the next one. But again, there's only one squad left now, and they're going to be able to they're going to look to close this out really strong. 15 kills on Seagull himself. Remember, that's what Hal and Albralelie had combined in their first game.
Yeah, Train Yard not in the safe zone this time, so I don't have to worry about that. But it is still fairly big here for 2 teams, and again, we come down to that same issue of do we wait this out? Oh,
Okay, nice.
they're
Alright,
just
we screenshot this one for
gonna
sure.
win it.
Yeah.
Probably died in the zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That's
guess
a-
you
that's
can
a good
expect
one,
that from the public lobbies.
At that point, I think it was just a solo.
Right.
Because it just ended so quickly. We didn't. I don't think we saw anything on the kill feed about people dying to the ring. So, yeah.
You guys having some.
Let's see.
Traw
30 total.
Yeah, that's a good
Wow.
game. That's a
Okay, nice.
That's probably like our bottom 5.
So that's a nice pick. Unless Reps somehow had 15 kills. That was a really quick game for them, but I can't imagine. Now we jump on board with Shroud.
Yeah, we got Shroud, Synced, and Wicked here. Shroud already sitting at 3, but I mean, this is basically the end of the game now. 5 squads left, 14 players. There's 1 person missing from a squad, and we do have a pretty far split, and I think that's how you have to play this.
Trainers up here.
Yeah, and you would imagine, just like we've been talking about everybody, any of these teams here are going to do well and be able to play it smart in a 1v3, a 1v2 situation. So splitting, looking for the last 5 squads, or I guess the last 4 rather. Now they do spot one out. A couple on the zip line. That Shroud's going to hit some white armor here. So that is, if you're that team, you're feeling pretty bad. Only having the white armor this late into the game. And
Yeah, so they're going to be fighting into this 2v3 right now. Synced is right on top of Construction, already got the knock onto 1, and Shroud's right behind him now. I believe Wicked is playing on his own over at Train Yard, and there's the 2, spots it. The wingman out, hits the headshot, has him almost down to 1. It's going to take 1 more shot to take him out, and it's going to be Rotten Apples to go down as Synced covers Shroud here. Oh, no, another team shows up and takes one of the kills. We'll see Shroud, though, drop down low, down to about 50 HP, pulls out the R301, and we'll be able to finish him off. He's at 4 kills now, but they had one of them stolen.
yeah, that is unfortunate. And that 2-time scope on the R301 this close. Fortunately, he was able to hit the hip fire, but that doesn't feel good when they're right in your face. Losing a kill there, but we still got a lot of time. This is the first game, though, and we're seeing, you know, I say we have a lot of time, but this first game took 30 minutes. You know, if you're trying to have 5 good games, if you're Shroud now, I mean, I guess from our perspective, we're hoping that his teammate has, or his teammates, rather, have some kills to kind of bring up, pick up the pace, because we've seen such high kill games already. So they do spot somebody out. Might be able to pick it up. 3 squads left, so this could be perfect. You know, you're almost welcoming the third